folks, and welcome back to the Brett Lawson podcast here on Spotify and wherever else you might be finding us here on the podcast. Today we're going to be talking about that's a little bit too much echo. There we go. I don't like having a little bit of echo in it, but not too much. So we're going to be talking about. So last week we talked about integrity and what integrity is, right? This week we're going to be talking about honesty gets you there, okay? Honesty is integrity, as we covered in what is integrity. So honesty is important to God, but do we show honesty? Do we act on honesty? Do we grow with honesty? Are we speaking with honesty? And honesty will get you there, ladies and gentlemen. See, the Lord is pretty much despises lying lips, but He dwells in those who tell the truth. Proverbs 12:22. That's from the New Living Translation. So, the Lord, we're going to put this in Poland, Arkansas terms, as somebody would say. The Lord hates lying lips, and for us to do that, because He wants us to tell the truth. Honesty gets you a long ways. We also have to be honest with ourselves. Honesty can't help us. Honesty can help us with being honest with God. The truth shall make you free. John recorded Jesus telling to some Jews, saying, Jesus saying to the people who believe in Him, you are truly my disciples if you remain faithfulness to my teachings, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8:31 through 32 is where that comes from. If we know the Bible is true and is the most honest book out there, why can't we be just as honest, or try to be just as honest as the Bible? Honesty is to make us better as a person and people of God. But honesty will get us far in life at the same time. We all need to tell the truth and be honest with ourselves, no matter wherever you are. Honesty is the number one key thing in our lives. If we don't have honesty within our lives, we're pretty much not living. You could say, honesty to be there. Honesty can be more for you than it can be against you. With Jesus saying in John chapter 8, verse 32, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Knowing the truth in truth will set you free. But how do we know the truth if we don't keep the faith? keeping the teachings of Jesus in our lives. Sometimes we got to understand the teachings, which I'm going to go ahead and say it. Do I understand the teachings of Jesus all the time? No. I'll tell you right now, you go ask anybody. I don't care if it's a preacher. You can go ask them and ask them, do you understand the teachings of Jesus? If they tell you they understand every bit of it, do they truly understand it? I mean, here's the thing. The way I look at it is, we didn't live when this book right here was written. So, this is the New King James Version. There's so many other versions out there. Over time, each generation, like, this is the New King James. I have a King James Version sitting over there. You read the King James and the New King James Version, sometimes they go together, sometimes they don't. It's just the way things are worded. Okay? When King James had them go through and just, what's the word I'm looking for? Translate the Bible from Greek and Hebrew, there's words that King James didn't like. So he didn't put that in the Bible. The Bible said one thing, but the Bible that we read today is the King James Version. 99% of us read the King James Version. Some of us really, a lot of times I pull from the New Living Translation because it's easier for me to read, because it's what we speak today. So, a speaking language today changes from when they were speaking Greek and Hebrew back when the original Bible, I guess you could say, was written. So, therefore, honesty is still the same. So, with me saying that, I'm being honest that the Bible has changed over the years. 99% of it is correct. But our language, our speaking, how we speak, how we pronunciate things have changed. The Bible cannot be continued in the Greek and the Hebrew. Going off on a subject here that I can think of, it's pretty cool when you go try out different different dominations. And when you go try out different dominations, and I grew up missionary Baptist. For some reason I started going to the Assembly of God church. But I grew up missionary Baptist. Started going to the Assembly of God church. Well, they believe in speaking in tongues. Baptist church don't believe that. They believe speaking in tongues is a little bit different. And what they believe is saying a missionary goes to Mexico and started speaking in Spanish. That's what they think speaking in tongues actually references. And then the Assembly of God, they believe something totally different. It's hard to believe. I want to have a whole TikTok series if you're interested. It's going to be funny, I think. But I kind of looked into it to see if it would be really cool to see this and all. But it's going to kind of be making fun of the different church dominations, and I think it's going to be funny. So, speaking in tongues to the Assembly of God Pentecostal people is speak weird one foreign language anybody can't understand. Let's put it that way. They also believe in praying in tongues, which is a big thing. See, like, I never heard of speaking in tongues, like they speak in tongues. And so it was kind of weird that first Sunday. Let's just say that. Of course, I was tucked off in a room because I'm also, I was there to look at their live streaming stuff and get used to it. And now I'm just kind of sitting there, kind of helped running it. I don't know how this even happened. But it's kind of interesting and but it's pretty cool. This is probably the last episode. No, we got one more episode on integrity, and then we're gonna move on into February. We're gonna have a live stream breakdown of this month. We're gonna do a live stream over on Facebook I'm thinking, I don't know, I might not do it. I might just do a podcast episode of a breakdown of what we all covered in integrity. Next week's episode, next week's episode is a clean conscience. So be ready for that episode. That's going to be a really good episode. And also, thank you for listening to the Brett Lawson podcast. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, or anywhere else. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day.